Hey everybody, it's Anastasia, Anastasia's Hump Happenings, and this week, sad news about Luke Perry passing from a massive stroke. He was 52, and I'm 52. I feel young. I'm sure he felt young, but like young viewers out there, I have to share with you, when you were in your 20s and you're in your 30s, you kind of think, wow, 52 is not so young, but when you're 52, that's young. So what's the word massive? We're hearing in the media, what are different types of strokes? What are the symptoms? What are the risks? But the word massive is still elusive. So today what I'm going to share with you are what is a massive stroke? Basically, it's the area. How much real estate has your brain been impacted with lack of oxygen, lack of blood supply? How much real estate did a lack of blood supply and oxygen to your brain take? And I'm likening it to the fact of, you have a kayak, if you could visualize a kayak, to a cruise ship, okay? And putting those side by side. One is definitely massive. Another thing to me would be more like visualize a motorcycle to a Mack truck. One is definitely different. So the reason they're saying this is how much real estate of your brain has been impacted by a lack of blood supply and oxygen to the brain. Massive is based on outcome, because clearly there has to be some way that we can assess where the damage was done. And there are 8 categories. I'll go over them briefly, but it's the National Institute of Health stroke chart. Okay, so number 1 is level of consciousness. Do you respond to a stimuli? Number 2, orientation. What month is it? How old are you? Number 3, ability to follow commands, basically blinking or squeezing somebody's hand. Number 4, visual, looking from side to side, up to down. 5, facial palsy. Can you smile? And is that smile symmetrical or is it drooping a little bit? Also, they'll ask you to raise your eyebrows, that kind of thing. Maybe even wink at somebody. Number 6, arm and leg movement. Basically, are you able to raise your arm at will? And how far can you raise your arm? Can you walk? That kind of a thing. 7 is sensory. So are you numb? Or if somebody basically like pinched you, could you feel that? And number 8, language. So you're going to name items or look at pictures and describe what's in that picture. Once all of this is processed and they gather a score, that gives them the opportunity to share with your loved one where they're going to go for rehabilitation and recovery. With that, there are 5 areas for rehabilitation and recovery. Number 1 is speech therapy, and that's going to be understanding and responding. Number 2 is physical therapy. Relearning coordination, walking, opening doors maybe, and that's kind of going into number 3, occupational therapy. You're going to relearn tasks such as bathing, brushing your hair, oral hygiene, basically getting dressed, zipping a jacket, placing a sock on your foot, working with your hands. If you had worked with your hands, you're going to use dexterity. So for myself, I work on my laptop a ton. So am I able to use a keyboard, or I'll edit on my iPhone and use that. Am I able to do that? Prior in dental hygiene clinically, wow, takes it to a different level. So it's different things that you have to think about. Then the last 2 categories are basically support groups. Support group for the person who has experienced the stroke and is trying to do their best, because it's emotionally draining, it's emotionally taxing, and a lot of times people will experience depression. Then you've got the support group for the family and friends. As a caregiver, it is emotionally just stressful because you care so much, and sometimes you don't take as good care of yourself. And then you need the resources, because what if you're working? What about therapy dogs? Do you need a guide dog? There's different things to look at on your road to recovery. But as long as your mindset is about resilience, look at around you and start to ask, like, what do I do? How can I set my family up for success? And, if this is around me, is to be healthy, get health empowered. Okay, so what is your health like now? Whether it's obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, are you exercising? Start that. Could it prevent one? No, but it could lower your risk. And to me, that's really what it's all about, because it's take care of yourself to enjoying a quality life. Like this channel and join me every single week. And until next Wednesday, take what you learn and make a difference with it.